Good morning from beautiful Bangkok, Thailand. There's my view outside the hotel room. It's kind of my first morning here. I landed here last night, just kind of taking the morning to do some journaling. Just talking to family, friends back home. Just kind of getting acquainted to the atmosphere. It's 9:09 a.m. here, but it's 9:09 p.m. back home, so body's certainly a little confused. Go Braves, even though they totally got destroyed in Game 5 and got knocked out of the playoffs. But quick hotel room. There's bed. There's my makeshift closet area. There's bathroom, shower. There's the safe. Lock my passport and extra things in. It's not a very big room, but it's really almost exactly what I need. I got it for $45 a night. Really good deal. Thank you to Pastor Brock and Bethel Murfreesboro back home for covering the cost of this hotel room. Huge blessing from them. But I don't really know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to be out here for 12 days, but really just kind of graduated college 2 months ago, and really just taking this opportunity as a chance to reset, kind of hit pause on my life. There's a lot of things that I've been doing and learning, but just kind of taking time to slow down, hit reset, see a different culture, a different way of life, and just kind of enjoy the city, enjoy experiencing new things, and also being around a great church, Every Nation Grace Bangkok. Just kind of hanging out with them, spending time with them, and hopefully come back with a stronger and fresher perspective on my life, my calling, my ministry, and everything God is calling me into. We'll see what happens. You and I are both going to find out what this video looks like as time goes on. First, I want to highlight my time at Chulalongkorn University. It's a beautiful campus, a lot of greenery and nature and trees that kind of gives you a nice secluded feeling away from the big populated city of Bangkok, just right outside the campus. And there I got to meet a guy named Wen. Warm was his nickname, and got to kind of get to know him and hang out with him. He showed me around the city, took me to Wat Po, as you're seeing now. He was a great friend that I got to know and kind of share my story with and preach to. Just finished up at Wat Po. Got my Benny tripod in the hotel room. Warm, you can't see him, but he's holding my camera still so I can actually get this shot. Here at Lumpini Park. Kind of tired, also I'd shoot more video here, but got a nice little view wrapping up day 2 in Bangkok. Would you like to say anything to the viewers, Warm?
I don't know.
Warm's really quiet, but he's a good friend I met yesterday on campus.
Hello. Hi.
He's a man of few words. Then the next day, after some shopping over at Terminal 21, we had a graduation party to celebrate my friend Ern, who has a great story, a great testimony. He got saved right around my trip here 2 years ago, and 2+ years later, still following the Lord, still serving. Got a great call on his life. Really fun celebrating him. And that'll flow right into the next day. Church at Grace Bangkok. It's my overseas spiritual family. It is amazing to get to show up and get to worship and pray with everybody. And then even shoot a little video serving on the media team. And enjoying some lunch at Sizzlers with that same media team. So just wrapped up church this morning, Ian, Grace Bangkok. You guys just saw that footage. Here with Jay, Jinda, and Ken. Jay just became an uncle recently.
Yeah, right. I'm
big
an
congrats.
uncle now. Yes.
Do you guys want to say anything to Middle Tennessee back home?
Hopefully we can see you also here in Thailand.
Yeah, it's just so nice having you here, Levi, and I hope that whenever you come back,
Yeah.
maybe that's very soon, you'll be with a team.
Yeah.
We're really looking forward to that.
Hope to meet you all
That'd be great.
soon.
Yeah,
สวัสดีค่ะ
that'd be great. You guys come with me. Be here too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh!
The next day, on Monday, got to reunite with my old friend Carter, who I met the first time I went to Bangkok. It was a great reunion with him. Got to check out the new mall at Samyan. Got to drink some Thai milk tea, check out that great view from the top floor. Then we did some exploring, went to the Samya MRT station. And got to eat some great dinner at Sizzlers. Thank you to Carter for treating me to the free meal. And then the next day, Tuesday night, went to a small group at the church, which was mostly local Thais. And a guy named Pete, who leads the small group, he went to school in the U.S. And so every year, my campus ministry at NTSU, they do a conference in Nashville with all the other schools around this region. Just come together and worship and seek the Lord, like as a whole region. Students from tons of different campuses. It's an amazing experience. So it turns out that Pete went to that same conference. Pete took a video at that conference, and I was in that video. We didn't meet, we didn't know each other. That was in 2017, so 2.5 years later, he's leading a small group and he's discipling other guys in Bangkok. And then we get to kind of come together and have that reunion. Like it was really, really cool, because most people I meet, like, they know about the US and they might know Nashville, Tennessee, but they've never been there, they've never seen it. And like Pete was the one guy I met there that was there. He was he was in Nashville for a short time, but he was in Nashville at that conference. Absolutely just crazy, like the kind of thing that makes you go small world. So in this same day, I got to eat some katsudon, which is a very delicious Japanese dish. That was probably my favorite meal while I was out there, and also got to reunite with my old friend Tone. That was a lot of fun. But the main story that I want to share here was we had English Club again with Warm. This was on Thursday. And before I left Tennessee, God told me to bring the book God's Not Dead with me to Bangkok, which is a book by a Christian pastor who takes a neutral point of view and goes like really, really in depth on evidence for God with like evolution and creation and the Big Bang Theory and like all this really, really detailed scientific mathematical stuff. And God told me to bring that book, and I didn't really know why, but I was just simply obedient, and then got to know Warm, and got to have some good personal conversations, and then God really kind of confirmed like, hey, give him God's Not Dead. And so that Thursday is when I did give him that book. So Warm, if you're watching this, keep reading that book. Come in with an open heart, open mind. I think that's really going to answer a lot of the questions that you were asking yourself about if God's real and who that God is. So just don't quit. Read it. I know that it will really, really benefit you, because I used to be in a similar place, in a similar mindset that you are now, and it'll really, really benefit you, I promise. And if any of my fellow friends at Every Nation Grace Bangkok, feel free to, if you ever see Warm, kind of encourage him, kind of ask him about how the book is going, maybe answer some of his questions, feel free to help him out any way that you have the opportunity to. The next day, on Thursday, I did some exploring by myself over at the Mahanakan Skywalk, the tallest point in the city of Bangkok, with a 360 view of the entire city. Honestly, just blows my mind at how big the city is and how many high-rising buildings there are, and just how many people there are. I'm going to shut up now, and you guys can just enjoy these amazing views from up top. Conquered it. The highest point you can get in the city of Bangkok. That sign says 314 meters. I don't know how high that is. I'm gonna put how many feet that is right here and how many miles that is. But yeah, pretty happy, beautiful 360-degree view. Then that night, got together with a bunch of guys, and after eating some honey toast, went over to Art Box, a really, really cool little outdoor mall And then this photo right here is probably my favorite photo of the trip. It makes us look like a boy band. It's really, really cool. I love it. Then the next day, thankful to Jay and Phi for taking us outside of the city to Ayutthaya. First got to enjoy an amazing fresh seafood meal, then went out to a couple old Buddhist temples nearby.
Here is the Ferris wheel.
So we're here at the temple. It's really hot. As you can see, we all have normal working umbrellas.
Yeah, this is the new trend of umbrella. Sugoi. You wanna go inside there?
I go to the trunk to get my umbrella, and I'm like, Jay, don't judge me. My umbrella's a little broken.
A little broken.
And he's like, of course, I won't judge you.
Yeah, it's not that broken.
And then I pull this thing out.
And it works perfectly. There was nothing wrong with the umbrella. It worked perfect.
So what is this place called again?
What?
Chai Nakara. What Chai Wat Thanaram.
What Chai Vatanaram.
What time?
In English, Chai Chai Chai.
I loved those because they were built in the 1600s, haven't been used in so long, and the only changes that have been made were just natural occurrences, and people can't even touch it, can't go up inside, you can just see it. And I wish there were old buildings and old kind of monuments like that in the US that just kind of stay there and are only appreciated. They're not like abused or destroyed or torn down. So it's my last day in Bangkok here. And after I checked out of my hotel, I was like, I haven't been down that street before. So I just kind of walked and I found a shopping mall. And it's like, dude, I've been here for 12 days and I've just been looking for a shopping mall and I finally found one. Here's that picture. Now, my joking aside, there's a lot of shopping malls here. There's probably 10 of them you can go to in one day. They're close to each other. But then I leave that shopping mall and I'm like, dude, there's a park. And honestly, like if I had a superpower, that superpower might honestly be the ability to find a park. I don't even know the name of this park. There's like an outdoor gym, people working out. There's like a little skate park over there, kids skating. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And it's like, I didn't even bring my camera. Like I left all my bags and all my stuff at the hotel. Like I have like the bare essentials. I have some water and I have my phone and my wallet, a book. And like, I just find this park and like I take a couple laps. It's not super big, but like this is really, really chill, honestly, to come in and just kind of relax before flying home. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you to everyone who has stuck with me and watched so far up to this point. Just want to give a big shout out to all the great people in Bangkok for helping make my trip as special and as enjoyable as it was. Thank you to Pastor Cowie, just for allowing a guy like me to fly all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, and to join your church and your community. To guys like Conan and guys like Ern and guys like Milan. I didn't mention him in the video, but like very much enjoyed going to his small group both Thursday nights out there, and if I lived out there, I'd probably ask him to disciple me. A great leader he is. Thank you to Kuya Red for making sure I didn't get lost and, you know, showing me the things I needed to do to get around and achieve the things I needed to achieve. And thank you to Jay and Phi for being very, very hospitable and buying me multiple meals and really taking us all the way out that whole Saturday. Thank you for that, and for them dropping me off to the airport. And shout out to the whole airport squad with Red and Chris as well, and helping me fix my finger when that nail finally broke off, and then we had to get it cleaned up and bandaged up so they would actually allow me on an airplane. And even there were just so many great stories that I couldn't quite cover them all in this video. And even there was one night, like, we got Thai massages, Conan and I, that was super, super relaxing. And after church on the second Sunday, I got to go see Maleficent with Jay, Ken, and Chris. We had all that dead-gum popcorn before the movie even started. But it was just such a blessing to really see God give me a second spiritual family overseas at Grace Bangkok. Just amazing to spend time with all of you guys, being so hospitable to me. Kuya Melvin for feeding me 3 different Filipino dinners. That was amazing. I could really go on and on and on, but so much enjoyed my time. It was such a blessing, and I'm glad I have this video here as a representation of how much fun and how enjoyable it was to reconnect with so many people and also meet so many new people as well. I can't wait to go back. I still got 520 baht up in my closet, so I already got a head start next time I go. So, Bangkok, see you soon.
No. 7 seconds. I should get that out. Come on. I hate you. I don't like it here.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I'm in my fears apart, and that laugh that wrinkle